I'm Mr. Secretary. So I want to talk today about the Blue Snowball over here and the potential problems that it has the ability to solve. This is a 360-degree microphone that's able to pick up sound from all different directions, and it has really good range, so when you're talking, it's going to be able to hear you. And the benefit of this is when you guys are using this with Microsoft, one of the apps within Microsoft PowerPoint is called Presentation Translator. And the problem that this is able to solve is having students of multiple languages all able to understand you in real time as you're talking with live subtitles. Let's take a look at what that looks like. To get this started, you go ahead and you click on Start Subtitles, and then you can click any language that you'd like. In this case, I'm just going to choose Spanish because I have a large amount of Spanish students in my class. I'm going to select the microphone, Blue Snowball. In order to get this actually started, all you simply have to do is you have to plug in this USB cord over here into the computer. So without it being plugged in, you'll notice over here that it doesn't have any microphone. All you have to do is you simply plug it in, then you click Start Subtitles, and then you can select the microphone from the devices. Mine auto-selected, but if you need to, you can go over and select this microphone like so. Then you click Start Subtitles, and a screen will appear with a nice QR code. So students will take their iPad, scan this QR code, and let's take a look when that happens. After scanning the QR code, this screen pops up on the student screen. They type in their name. They can then select their language of any of Microsoft's 52 or more languages. So in this case, I am simply going to go ahead and select French over here, and then I click Enter. And because right now I have Spanish going on the board, but even if you spoke French or Haitian Creole, this appears. And then what's going to happen is on the student's iPad, everything that is being recorded on the board is also being recorded on the student's iPad. Now, if you don't want to use PowerPoint and you simply want to teach on InterWrite or teach on Google or wherever you teach, you simply close out your PowerPoint because that's what it's running through. And after closing out the PowerPoint, make sure it's not muted so that you can minimize this. And then you can go over to wherever you're teaching if you were to go over to InterWrite. And even though this is minimized, it is still running in the background on the student's iPad. So you can simply do whatever you want on the board and it will continue to work on the iPad of the students. And this is super handy. The problem that this let me solve is I can teach using whatever I want. I can either have this still running on part of my screen if I want, or I can simply open up a new window and it's gone, but it's still working on the student's iPad. So this allows the student who's struggling to understand what I'm saying because that might not be their first language, whatever language I'm speaking, whether it's Spanish, English, French, Haitian Creole, and everything still appears on the iPad in real time. So next up is a little bit more information of how to set it up. You also have the opportunity to use this if you do use PowerPoint, where if you click Start Subtitles and you select the language you'd like it to be in, then you have your PowerPoint open and you can simply have words popping up on the slide as you guys go in the presentation, and at the bottom you have the words and you can simply go through all your slides over here. So it's a pretty handy feature, and I think it's very useful for allowing students whose main language is not what you're speaking to then still get the information. Another thing that I like to do is when I don't know a word in Spanish, I simply say the word out loud, doorknob. And I can learn that word in real time so that it helps me communicate with the people who speak other languages.